So it's been a while since I've made a video, and today kind of prompted me to make one. Um Not going to be long and drawn out. I am going to get straight to it. So my thing is, you hear when you're growing up, you hear your parents say things like, appreciate us while we're here, because when we're gone, things like that, things of that nature. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I was the best kid growing up or whatever the case like that. But one thing that I did do, I appreciated my parents. I appreciated knowledge that they passed to me. And not just my parents, my aunts, uncles, all of that. I gleaned from it. But I was a little different, though, myself, as far as I was a person who always had a desire and thirst to learn and to gain knowledge. Like I said, I wasn't always the best kid. I had attitude. I got mad sometimes about things. But it came to a point when I started thinking, I said, you know what? This doesn't make any sense. I don't know it all. And even those before me don't know it all. But what the little they do know, they were willing to share it with me so I can know more, or at least know as much as them. So now as a parent myself, I see some things in my children that I saw in myself. Problem is, they are at an older age than I was when I was acting that way. So I actually was having the attitude issues and anger issues. But when I sat back and thought about it, I said, you know what? This doesn't really make any sense. I'm not getting away with this. I can't get nothing without them. I can't gain no knowledge on my own. I need to gain it through them. They're the key. They're my link for success. They're my link for knowing more. I need to be riding right with them, riding tight with them, not trying to go out here thinking I'm some sort of, I don't know, freak of nature and I'm going to just figure it all out myself. No. Can you imagine putting a baby in the woods and them just learning how to survive on their own? They ain't going to be able to eat. Something simple like that. They're not going to know to get food, hunt, whatever the case it is. They can't. And it's almost the same way when you have young people thinking they can do something that they have not even encountered. How are you prepared for something that you don't even know what you're encountering? I don't get it. It's just like they have a thing about them, young people that is. They feel entitled, for one. They feel entitled to everything. They feel like no is not an answer. No is an explanation. So it's like you say no, it's like it has to be explained. So my theory is, or my bottom line is, if I don't have to explain no, if I don't explain yes, if I don't explain yes when I say yes, then I shouldn't have to explain no. It's literally the same thing. Like they like to say literally all the time. Literally. So no is literally the same thing as yes. It's not the same response or the same outcome, but it is the same because it does not need to be explained. That's why it's the same. If you ask me, oh, can I go outside? Yes. Do I need to tell you why I'm saying yes? No, of course not. You would never ask me that. But when I say no, then now I have to explain everything. No, I don't. This is how it was explained to me when I asked for an explanation. My explanation was met with aggression, meaning that be a belt, that be an electric cord, or whatever my parents could get their hands on. But that didn't happen too often, because once the pain and compliance set in, I was good to go. I didn't need to go any further with trying to, find out this and that. But with all these different this is wrong and this is abuse. All this junk going on today that just softening the whole human race. And I'm not promoting going out here beating the kids. I'm not saying beat them. I'm just saying that the amount of control a parent has now, it's almost like luckily you have control over making children. That's about all the control you got nowadays. You can't even say, you discipline your child in the streets, you might get arrested. So it's like, and they know this. They don't know, if kids don't know nothing else, they don't know their work in school, they don't know regular things they're supposed to know, but they know these things. They know about, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. They'll tell you that in a minute, what you can't do. But they can't tell you that daggone, they can't pass their classes, or they can't figure out what the lesson is in school, but they know all these little soft little watered down things they got parents, like what they're doing to parents. They know all of that. They know all that stuff. They know that, they know that. But ask them, why are you failing calculus or whatever the case? They couldn't even tell you, And they know all the TikTok dances. They know all of the daggone anything social media related. They know all of that stuff. They know all the celebrity gossip. But they know nothing about the schoolwork. I'm not going to go ahead and say this next generation is doomed, because I wouldn't want anybody to be doomed. I don't want bad for anybody. But it's going to be a real challenge for them to successfully continue. I know that the generation before mine thought we were going to be like the, Generation X. We was the messed up, whatever, degenerates. Yeah. But we made it. But unfortunately, the lessons and knowledge we gleaned from the baby boomers, we didn't effectively spread to Generation Z. We didn't do that. Somehow we lost a connection somehow. And I don't know what it is. I'm willing to spread as much information, knowledge, whatever I have to the next generation. But I ain't gonna chase you down either. That's the difference. See, I think the baby boomers, I think what it was with them, they kind of made sure we learned everything and they made us learn it. And some of us, like myself, you didn't have to chase me down. I just took it. I wanted it. I wanted knowledge. But this generation here seems like, oh, they want you to coddle them. They want you to hold them. They want you to feed it to them. And my generation, we just not with that. We not with all of that. Ain't nobody about to hold you and coddle you and hug you and kiss you and rub your head and tell you how great you are when you not. When you actually out here tearing up and they out here messing around and messing up. And why would we do that? That's the whole problem. That is the problem right now. See, when I wasn't doing things in a certain way, when I was doing right, when I was making mistakes or whatever, anybody pat me on the head and tell me how good I was, they checked that. They checked that effectively, and they checked that immediately. So I got back on track. But see, here, now, you can't do those things. You do those things, it's like you ridiculed for it. And it's like, the kids, why you gotta be like that? Why you talking so rough to me? Oh, they want you to rock them, rub their head, tell them how great they are when the world is burning around them. The world is collapsing around them, and they want you to tell them how great they are. We can't do that. And they got to do better. And we got to do better. But we got to do it in a way that I guess that it toes the line and it just somehow just works. Somehow it works. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. It's really not. We need for both sides to be receptive to the other side as far as communication. But children can't be thinking that they're the parents. And we are definitely not the children. So the communication needs to be there. but something's got to give.